Welcome back. All month long, we've been highlighting breast cancer awareness and the importance of getting screened early. But what do the results mean?
This morning in today's checklist, Dr. Elisa Port is here to tell us what everyone should know about understanding a mammogram report. Dr. Port is the chief breast cancer surgeon at Mount Sinai Hospital here in New York. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back,
Good morning. Thank you for having me again.
So first things first, there's a lot of people coming up to 40, 41 who need to know what all happens during this mammogram.
Yes, I think it's a really important concept that we need to get out first, that the guidelines are all over the place. Here's the bottom line. Start at age 40 if you're at average risk, no other risk factors that we know of, and do it yearly after that. And I think we never get tired of re-emphasizing that, because there are other guidelines that are all over the place. Do it starting at age 40 and every year after that. The second point here is really important. That's why the yearly is so important. Consistency is key, because what you're doing, everyone's breasts are different. What we're looking at is how does yours compare to last year's, okay? And so that's really important. If you don't have priors and you're not being consistent, you have nothing to compare to, and see potential changes and catch them early. There are definitely people who, starting at age 40, they get their first mammogram, and it can be very scary because we have nothing to compare to. Yeah. And for sure, there are people, I have had people who were diagnosed with cancer on their first mammogram, but that's extremely rare. So when you go for your first one, know that they have nothing to compare to, but understand it's the start to the rest for the years to follow.
You know, something else I didn't anticipate. I'd heard so much about the test itself, but then when you get the report back and you see the terminology, it's intimidating.
It is. Like a lot of medical reports, lab results, when you don't know what you're reading. I think the most important thing is to understand the basics of the BI-RADS score. Mammograms are rated on a scale. The 0 usually means we didn't see enough, we got to bring you back in to take more pictures, and we'll talk about that in a minute. 1 and 2 are normal. 3 means we're pretty sure it's normal. We want to bring you back in and check in 6 months. And one of the things about the 3 is you got to understand, I know it can be scary, but 98% of those are going to be normal in 6 months. So it's just we want to be extra sure. 4 means there's something suspicious there, and more than likely you will need a biopsy, but only about 10 or 20% of those will end up being a cancer.
So, doctor, when you get into the office and you're discussing the mammogram results, what are the questions you should be asking your doctor?
Yeah, I think the first thing is you want to make sure you're getting the latest technology. So we've gravitated from film screen to digital, now to 3D. About 50% of the places in this country are now doing 3D mammograms, which I think is the most advanced technology now. I think you should be asking your doctor how dense your breasts are, because breast density is one thing that can hide cancers. And so maybe you want to add on an ultrasound or a sonogram. A lot of people don't know ultrasound and sonogram is the same test. So I think that's important to know. And those are the things you should be asking your doctor. I think nowadays the reports do give a report on breast density, and that's a great discussion point with your doctor.
Good information.
Demystifies it a little bit for us. Thank you so much, Dr. Port. For a checklist to your next mammogram, head to today.com.
A checklist to take, I think, to your next mammogram, right?
Yeah.
You can go to the website to get a checklist that you can actually carry to your doctor.
Good.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC, or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.